Hello, class. Today I'll be speaking with you about the importance of safe sex. My audience member for today will be my youngest sister, Francesca. Hi. So, we've all heard of the saying that safe sex is great sex. So, you better wear that latex. Well, the reason that they tell us this is because what condoms do is that they help prevent you from having an STD. What an STD is a sexually transmitted disease. Each year, there are 15.3 million cases that are reported of someone catching an STD. That's very high out here. So, I think that it's best for us to be here today so I may talk to you about, sex and STDs. I'm here to talk to you about that because I am an MA and I have worked inside the medical field for about a year now. And I see this come into our doctor's office quite a bit. So I feel like safe sex is something that we need in today's society because it'll lower the risk of having teen pregnancies, catching an STD, as well as damaging your reproductive system. New data has shown that teenage pregnancy rates have dropped down in New York City by 27%. The way that they did this is by educating their students about sex and other kinds of contraceptives. They've also talked about all the consequences that you can have by having sex. So some of the consequences that they talked about were about what we're going to be talking about today, about the reproductive system, about catching an STD. Because an STD is lifelong. And I think that we should have that in today's classes because, why not lower down the rates here as well? Did you know that anybody can catch an STD? It doesn't matter if you're straight, gay, bi, lesbian, or homosexual. Anybody can catch this. It's not just embarrassing to have to tell people, hey, I have an STD. It's very serious to tell them because it's something that you don't want to be spreading around to other people. It can prevent someone from becoming pregnant or someone from having a child, and we don't want that. So just wear a condom. The condoms, they don't always protect you, but it's good to use. It's the best thing that can protect you, actually. It's not 100% foolproof, but it gives you a greater chance of not catching it. What a birth control does is it just keeps you from becoming pregnant, and those aren't always 100% effective as well. Did you know that when you catch an STD, you're at risk of damaging your reproductive system? Well, both females and males can be at risk of having no children because they catch an STD. For example, chlamydia, when it's inside your pelvic area for females, it causes inflammation. And what inflammation is, it becomes like irritation and it gets inflamed. Big. For both sexes can get gonorrhea. Now, if you're a male and you have gonorrhea, you need to immediately tell the girl that you're with or the guy that you're with. You need to inform a woman immediately because what can happen is it'll affect her reproductive system and it'll cause her to not have any children. There has been research that's shown that women who have sex, it makes them happier. Well, just because it can make them happier, it's not safe for them. It's funny because that research that they conducted, it didn't mention anything about the women that had sex if they got anything like any sort of disease or STDs. And it makes you wonder why didn't they say that? Why didn't they mention it at all? I say that they didn't mention any of it because many people have probably gotten the STD. And this is why I feel that we need to lower down our rates a bit. Having an STD can endanger your child because, well, an STD is a virus that you have inside of your system. So we've all heard that when you're pregnant, whatever you eat, your child is eating as well. So don't you think that whatever you have, your child has, such as viruses or when you're sick? Yes, it does mean that. So it's very important to get yourself checked if you catch an STD. And this is why we should be very careful about what we do. We should be careful about who we decide to have sex with as well. Because we don't want to be spreading that or giving it to our own child that we could be bearing inside of us. So safe sex is definitely what we need in today's society because it'll lower down the rate of teen pregnancy, catching an STD, as well as damaging our reproductive system. 1 in 4 teens in the United States gets an STD each year. And by the age of 25, half of all sexual active young adults have an STD. So I say we together, we can drop down those rates if we just be very cautious about what we're doing, who we decide to be sexually active with, and how. We need to be protected at all times. And once you guys have sexual intercourse, please go get checked immediately and let somebody know, an adult know, because it'll help you to make sure that you're safe and to make sure that your child's safe if you become pregnant.